Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we have for you another flashlight review, and this is none other than the SK05 Pro from Loop Gear. So some of the first things that I noticed when I picked up this light, and actually what I'm noticing with a lot of these flat flashlights nowadays, is that they kind of integrate this double barrel design, so it kind of allows you to have two flashlights in one, which is pretty cool. So at the top here, you'll notice you have your three emitters, which is going to be for your floodlight. And at the bottom, this single emitter with a reflector in there is going to be your spotlight. So something that comes to mind when I look at this is the Ace Beam. I think it's the M1 Terminator or M2. It's one of those. And you'll notice that on the spot side of the light, they'll have a lens, which has a much more focused beam. This doesn't. It just has like a standard reflector that you would find in like, any old flashlight. So there is some spill with the beam, and I'll show you that when it gets dark outside when I do the beam shots, and we'll go into more detail with that later. Something else that stuck out to me is you'll notice that it has a light bar on the side of it, which is pretty nifty. And it's not just for cool factor or just for looks. I'll go into detail about what that light bar does just in a second. To activate the flashlight or to control it, it has a rotary switch here. And as you can see, when you rotate it, the light turns on. This, of course, is the lock position. I do really appreciate that the Loop Gear incorporated this type of locking. I like flashlights that use physical locks. So, for example, the EDC 37 that I reviewed previously, that has a physical lockout switch. This one, also physical lockout switch. It's just more of a dial design. But either way, I appreciate those a lot more than those lights where you have to, press it multiple times or hold it to lock it. It just is really, this is just much more convenient. Pocket clip on the back. Nothing really to write home about, but you know, just a standard pocket clip. And then, of course, you have your USB-C charging there on the side. Another cool thing about this light is that it's completely waterproof, rated at IP68, so you shouldn't have any worries about submerging it in water. The batteries, too, check this out, is really cool. So if you can just pull down on this switch here, it actually allows you to pop the, let me see if I can get it, to pop the tail cap end of the light off, and check it out. The batteries are completely removable, which means when these crap out, you can always get more. And this doesn't just become a paperweight, like a lot of square flashlights that I've seen. 8,000 milliamps of power total, so you have runtime for days, and I really appreciate that. Plus, it just feels it's so snappy. Listen to it. You know, it feels solid in my hand. So I really appreciate that. Another reason why this would make a great camping light is this flashlight also doubles as a 20-watt fast charging device. So you can charge the light through this USB-C port. Let me see if I can get the light in there for you to see it. But if you plug this up to charge your phone or whatever device, this is actually like a battery bank, like a portable charger. So I haven't seen that in pretty much any flashlight that I've on. So that's a pretty nifty feature that I appreciate as well. So let's go through some of the modes. So as you can see on the rotary dial up here, let me see if I can get the camera to focus on it. That first position is going to be your lock position. If you press the button down while it's in lock, you'll see that the flashlight is going to flash red, showing you that it's in lockout mode. If you twist it, the flashlight turns on, then you can access your flood. Okay? If you hold the power button, it will cycle between your three modes. And then, of course, if you double tap, you have turbo. And then triple tap, you have your strobe. If you click it over one more time, you have your floodlight. Again, 3 levels of brightness, as long with turbo, and then, of course, strobe. Lastly, when you turn it all the way to the end here, it lets you access the light bar feature on the side of the light. So to me, I'm calling it a lamp. I'm not really sure what they call it, but what it allows you to do is to turn on and use that light bar on the side, kind of like as a nice night light or camping light. Like if you were to place it down on a table, like, that's a decent amount of light. Like if you're just reading or hanging out in a tent or in your room or something, or if the power goes out. Another cool thing, by double clicking, you can change the color. You can do different effects like this sort of waterfall or like this raindrop effect. You can even have like a rainbow color. I usually just keep it in yellow. Of course, you have 3 different levels of intensity. Another cool feature, though, is if you triple click it, it allows you to access different types of flashing patterns, kind of like almost looks like a police light or something. Maybe it could be used as a beacon to track down attention if you're having an emergency situation. If you hold the light here, you can have different flashing patterns, or even just an SOS signal. So there's a lot of different light combinations. I'm not going to go through all of them. This video would take forever, but just something cool that allows you to use the SK05 Pro in a way that I think most traditional flashlights don't really let you do. Something else that's really cool, and turn that back to lock, is this tail cap here is completely magnetic. So this, of course, is a wooden table, so I can't show that to you now. But if you were to use it on working on your car, you could totally, just stick it to the top of the hood or to the side of, if you're working outside on a project, you could stick it to something metal, and then you could use either, of course, the flashlights in the front, or you could use the lamp feature if you wanted kind of a more subtle uh, light that's easier on your eyes. So something to keep in mind when you order this light online is it gives you an option of 2 different emitter types for the flood. So the first one being a 6500K SST25. So in turbo, you'll get 3,000, well, a little over 3,000 lumens. In high mode, you'll get 950, medium 350, and low 50. If you opted to go for the other option, which is the 5700K Nichia 519A, it's the one I did. It does have a warmer or more neutral white color temperature, and for that, though, you are going to be sacrificing a little bit of power. So on turbo, you have 2100 lumens, high 630, medium 230, and low 35 lumens. So we'll take a look at what that looks like outside once it gets a little bit darker. I'll do some beam shots. But again, I've always preferred a more neutral or warm colored light. So I was willing to sacrifice, that max output. But again, make the choice that's correct for you. This light also comes in a variety of finishes. I got mine in the gray anodization. They also have black, and I believe they just released a new MAO version, which kind of looks like an earth color. I believe that stands for micro arc oxidation. I believe you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong about that. I'm not sure what really the difference is, but I've heard it's supposed to be like a stronger finish. I just didn't like how the earth tone. I kind of like my stuff to look all kind of stealth, So I usually get things in either black or gray. But again, you do you. And I believe they're having a sale now. It kind of seems like their stuff is always on sale. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, so thanks for tuning in, guys. And let me know if I missed anything or if you have any questions. Once it gets dark outside, I'll go out and film some beam shots for you. Again, I do apologize. My neighborhood does have quite a bit of light pollution outside, but I will do my best to capture kind of the feeling of what it is like to use this light. One more thing I forgot to mention is that if you turn the light on, regardless of whether you're in flood or spot, if you hold it, the button down, I don't know what they call it, but it's like search mode or something. So it allows you to put both the flood and like if you yeah, you can see it. It turns on both the flood and the spot on turbo versus if you just have it set to one and you double tap, it turbos only one side, as you can see. But man, if you hold it, it's going to give you turbo on both, just like that. So again, thank you for tuning in. That was my review on the SK05 Pro from Luke here. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see whenever I post new videos. Not as often as I would like, but I'm kind of getting my hang of it. So I hope to post more in the future. And if you love this type of content, go ahead and give me a subscription. I'd greatly appreciate it. It helps out the channel. And again, hope everyone stays safe and you have a great day. Hey guys, this is just me standing in my garage trying to give you an idea of how bright the light bar on the side of the SK05 Pro gets. So this is the first level of brightness. So can't see a whole lot unless it's something really close or directly in front of me. Then level 2 kicks it up a notch. So now we can actually see and make things out in the garage. So level 2, and then of course level 3, which is now kind of like almost completely illuminated. So it's a pretty nice feature to have. Something else I can show you too, which I wasn't able to before, but I wanted to show you that you can, in fact, this is like my washing machine, right? So something else that you can do is it's magnetic. So now it's completely holding itself up, and you can use it like a work light or work on your car, maybe camping or something like that. So that of course is level 3. But again, just going through the lights. So that's 1 and 2 and 3.